Rapidly growing number of people were developing a dry cough and fever before getting pneumonia, and for some, it turned into death. Doctors have named the disease COVID-19 coronavirus, indicating that a type of virus is causing the illness. When they had tried to trace the origin, they found a likely source, Wuhan market, Wuhan, China. This found market in Wuhan of first 41 patients, 27 had been there. It was not conclusive evidence, but Chinese officials quickly shut down the market. They had seen this happen before at a place just like this, but now it eventually reached most of the parts of the world and killed many people. So, what do these markets have to do with the coronavirus and its outbreak? Why and how is it happening in China? How does it started in China? A lot of the virus that make us sick actually originate from animals. Some of the virus that cause the flu come from birds and pigs. HIV or AIDS from chimpanzees, the deadly Ebola virus from bats. And in the case of COVID-19, there is some evidence it went from a bat to a pangolin, a species of lizard. That's because it would need all these holes to encounter each other at some point. It's rare. That's why for a deadly one to make in its journey all the way to the kind of place where live animals are slaughtered and sold for consumption. The cages are stacked over the other. Animals at the bottom are often soaked with all kinds of liquid like animal excreta, pus, blood and all. Whatever the liquid they are receiving from the animals are from the above. That's exactly how a virus can jump from one animal to other. If that animal then comes in contact with or is consumed by a human, the virus could potentially infect them, and if the virus then spreads the other human it causes. Markets are scattered all over the world, but the ones in China are particularly well known for this because they offer a wide variety of animals, including wildlife, and all the animals they eat has the potential to carry its own virus to the market all over the world. They include sheep, camel, fox, peacock, and other all animals. The reason all these animals are in the same market is because of a decision China's government made decades ago. Back in the 1970s, China was falling apart. Famine had killed more than 36 million people, which controlled all the food production, was failing to feed its people, more than 900 million people. In 1978, on the verge of collapse, the regime gave up and this control and allowed the private farming, while large companies increasingly dominated the production of popular foods like pork and poultry. Some smaller farmers turned into catching and grazing and rearing the wildlife. Likewise, the production of wildlife started in this way and affected the people till now. In 1988, the government made a decision of making a shape of wildlife trade in China. They enacted many laws and protected people engaged in wildlife resources. With this, an industry was born. Small local farms turned into industrial-sized operations. While this legal wildlife farming industry started blooming, it simultaneously provided cover for an illegal business. By early 2000s, these markets were teeming with wild animals. When the inevitable happened, the latest disease came into source. The government declared 51 species of wildlife by 2004. Influence that the Chinese government had allowed their markets to grow over the years in 2016. The government sanctioned the farming on some endangered species line. like tigers and pangolins. By 2018, the wildlife had grown up to 148 billions and had developed. Profit of the government. This Chinese government had provided the wildlife, and they have been enacted laws for eating all the varieties of wildlife. Thus, the bats, the pangolins came into source where the humans can even eat those birds and animals.
This is how the outbreak of corona has come into existence and how the people have been neglecting it. Let's be aware and stay safe and stay home.